New Thought Media Network. We are a global broadcast network of positive music, media, and entertainment, inspiring humanity's evolution along the journey of enlightenment and creating a world of love, peace, empowerment, and prosperity for all. New Thought Media Network. Positively inspiring. We invite you to join our prayer broadcast every day at 8:15 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Send us your prayer requests or schedule a private prayer session by emailing prayer@ntmedia.org. And now, it's time to pray together.
Hello, folks. Welcome to morning prayer for Wednesday, December 17th, 2025. My name is Muro. I'm a prayer practitioner here on the New Thought Media Network, and I am honored and delighted to be able to spend time with you in prayer. It's so glorious. So, without a doubt, I want you to know that prayer is the answer. The answer to what you want to celebrate, the answer to what you want to release, the answer to what you want to manifest to a greater degree. All of this is contained within prayer. Because what we're doing is we're not asking for anything, we're not begging, we're not trying to earn something. We are affirming our truth, aligning with the truth of who and whose we are. So, if there is anything that you would like prayer for, by all means, please do let me know. If I do not pray for it during this session, I always check to see if someone has made a request, and then I hold their intention. I also want to remind you that you can submit a prayer request here, www.ntmedia.org/prayer. We have a family of ministers and practitioners in our prayer team who love to pray on your behalf. So, this morning, this is what I wanted to share with you. This comes from a book called The Daily Tao, 365 Meditations on the Tao Te Ching by William Martin. The Tao, of course, means the path. And we're talking about the path of enlightenment. We're talking about the same thing that we're talking about when we speak of aligning with our truth. There are so many different ways and so many different ideas and perspectives that people have, all of which pointing to the same truth. Good morning, Mara. Good to see you. Good morning, it's all love. Good to see you as well. So, given that we have all these different ways of looking at the truth, let's take a look at what this says. It says, the fundamental joy of this path is the awareness of the suffering caused by our own mind. Knowing its origin, we know its ending. Now, there are many different ways that you can interpret this. There are those who say, for example, that we bring on a great deal of our own physical illness through our thought. And I can certainly understand how that is absolutely possible. It doesn't mean that every single thing that happens to your physical body is because you brought this into manifestation. But without a doubt, there are certainly things that we do where we bring stress to ourselves. Absolutely true. But there's another way to look at this, and that is the idea that we know where all of our buttons are. We know how to push our own buttons better than anybody else. We know where the pain points are. And yet, sometimes it's our finger that's pushing against those points. So I'd like you to consider ways in which you might be suffering at the moment. And consider, are you aware of its source? And if its source is truly from within, then we know what we need to do. We need to release. So let's take this into prayer. I'll invite you to close your eyes, soften your gaze, allow yourself to be fully present to this moment, and to recognize that one of the things that we can do to alleviate our suffering is to allow ourselves to be free in the moment. Free in the moment. No matter what else is going on, in this precise moment, align yourself with the thought of being free, of being whole, perfect, and complete. Allowing yourself to go within, to go to that source and supply that is connected, always connected to each and every one of us. So as I breathe, taking in the life-giving oxygen and releasing what no longer serves, allowing myself to be part of the ebb and flow of life, allowing myself to recognize that I am literally the flow of life, because I am a place where the light and the love of God shine in this world. I am a representation. I am a conduit for the goodness of the one. And so, knowing that as a fundamental truth, I know that I was created to be perfect, whole, and complete. There could be no other possibility for me. And so I need, as a human being, to remind myself that I have within me this incredible birthright. Not something I had to earn, not something I have to learn, but rather something I bring forward. And so if I find that there is this blockage, there is this disconnect, I consider how that is happening. What is it that is going on? And there are indeed times when I have suffered an injury of some sort, whether it's emotional or physical. And that brings a degree of pain, no question. But if I focus purely on that pain, what I am doing is I am bringing about a greater degree of suffering. I am allowing myself to be victimized by what is going on in my life rather than being able to take dominion over that. Because I have dominion over my life experience. I have within me the power, the strength, the fortitude to be able to withstand whatever comes my way if I turn to spirit, if I allow that grace to flow. And it's not that I am asking for this. It's not that I am trying to somehow coerce loving spirit to intercede on my behalf. No, what I am doing is I am opening my heart. I am opening my mind. I am allowing the truth of who and whose I am to guide me, to inform me, to help me formulate thoughts and actions that will bring me closer and closer to that wholeness, that perfection, that completeness. And if I'm dealing with something that's physical, It might be that I allow myself to accept that, yes, this has happened. And now I work on mediating it. I work on mitigating it. I work on dealing through it. Not trying to ignore it, not trying to bemoan the fact that this has happened, but rather, what is my next right step? And so that allows me to do things like do the physical exercises that help the condition. It allows me to take the medication that will address the issue. It allows me to do things like focus my heart and my mind on peace and harmony within, and to release the tension, release the anxiety. I allow myself, when I'm faced with bias or I'm faced with some infraction of some sort that someone has provided, and I say, no, I'm not going to be judging, because by judging, I'm just bringing more suffering. I'm keeping that grudge alive. I'm not saying that if someone does something that is truly wrong, something that is harmful to me, that I simply ignore that. But the more that I dwell on having been hurt, the more I suffer. And so I choose my life experience. And that is what this is about for me. It's about choice. It's about how I choose to view what happens in my life, what happens around my life. Recognizing that I have the choice at all times, under all circumstances, all conditions, to consider how I want to carry forward, how I want to use all of the gifts that I have been given so that I can have a more fulfilled, a more fulfilling life experience. And yes, there are times that it is difficult. There are times that the condition is serious. But that does not diminish the importance of my connection to the One. There is nothing that is too large, nothing that is too small, that Spirit can't be there, that my heart, my soul, and my mind can't open to possibilities, open to solutions, open to ideas that enable me to get through whatever it is that I have to deal with, and to recognize that because I am the beloved of the beloved, whatever comes my way is nothing I need to face on my own. I always have the love, the grace, the guidance, the wisdom, and the strength of the One. And it is always present within me. It is always operating within as I allow. And so I accept that invitation to live my life as fully as possible. And I do so in thanksgiving. I do so in peace. I do so in harmony and in joy. And so it is. We are powerful beyond belief. We've said it many times, and we'll say it many times more. There is nothing that is stronger than love. It is the greatest vibration. And each of us is love. Each of us is loved. I will see you soon. Until then, please know that you are loved. You are love itself. And you are powerful. Namaste.
On behalf of everyone at New Thought Media Network, thank you for being a member of our virtual family. Your financial contributions help share the New Thought message with people from around the world. Please visit and contribute at www.ntmedia.org/donate. New Thought Media Network. Come be you. And please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace and blessings. On behalf of the New Thought Media Network, thank you for being with us for this special prayer broadcast. We look forward to being with you again soon, 8:15 a.m. or 8:15 p.m. Mountain Time. Until then.